Good afternoon and welcome to sunny Nelson Bay. You're with Ashley O'Sullivan and Hannah Monty, and we are at the Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2. This afternoon you've got a quarter final between the Schmarras in pink on the left hand side of your screen at the moment from New South Wales and a bit of Queensland and Australia more generally versus Wyndham Ultimate from Victoria. Hannah's looks to be a great game.
Yeah, it should be a really exciting one. Schmarras have had an undefeated run to this point.
Wyndham the same.
Then it's going to be a good one.
For sure. Yeah, these teams have played through what has been the round of 32 this morning and then round of 16 games earlier today, and now are competing for a spot in the semi-finals tomorrow morning. As we'll see, we've got the Schmarras with Captain Lockie White, hands raised, and then on offense, and we'll have Wyndham starting the game on defense. As we've got Jake Wilson, 64 with the pull, and here we go. We'll have Lockie White to receive, back with Molly Valancourt handling. White catches, goes to Valancourt. First cut from Tom Boyle, looking for Kaya Weir deep, and it's gone. Well received by Kai. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today. Looking for Fisher out the line, not on. Goes to Ava Mueller, and we have the first goal of the game to the Schmarras.
That was a very clean offense, that was.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the Schmarras shooting deep, that's for sure. Pretty small roster here, only 14 or so players, so not really a huge amount of legs in the team for sure, so hopefully they'll be ending points quickly as we see the replay here again. Weir with a great reception, loves to go to the end zone, we're receiving a lot from the boys, that's for sure. So go to Mueller, easy as you like, in for the goal.
Not many legs on Schmarras, but that does mean that they've got all the connections.
For sure.
They've had only 14 players to pass, or only 13 other players to pass to, whereas a team of 21, there's 20 other people you've got to worry about. Yeah,
definitely. Although I think with the Schmarras, for example, they're certainly not a team that would have spent a lot of time training this season. So a club like Wyndham certainly would have spent a lot of time training as a team this season and hopefully have developed a lot of inter-team connection.
Yeah, Wyndham, not just from Melbourne or Victoria, but actually from a very small area, the Wyndham area.
Yeah, as we see Sontag here with the pull. Nis is a German import for the Schmarras, recently part of the German under-20 program.
Schmarras coming down in a zone.
We've got Varley and Matheson up the front.
Williams with the disc.
Goes to Pion.
Pion again. Working it very, small ball up the middle. But if they can do that the whole way up the field, they're going to score. There we go, through the middle.
It's an interesting defensive choice here from the Schmarras to go out of a zone straight away. You'd think a team of their caliber at least would feel comfortable playing match defense for an entire game, but maybe wanting just to see and feel their opposition out to begin with, see what they can do, maybe force an unforced error, I guess you could say, as opposed to trying to generate turns.
Mac with the disc, giving it back to Williams. Oh, lovely. Oof.
A patient option, but we see a foul call here from the Wyndham player. That's Gill. Sontag competing.
Let's see the replay.
Yeah, turn Sontag here. Good throw, gets it. And then this gets a piece, and yeah, I think a bit of contact on the way through from Sontag, just a little bit on the backside of the arm there as we see coming past.
And even if it wasn't on the way through, it could have been on the second bobble.
Absolutely.
Getting some alternate perspectives.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that was great offensive control there from Wyndham. They'll be happy with that start, though. If this one, I mean, regardless of the result of this call, I think they'll be stoked. They were able to pierce through the middle of that zone pretty comfortably and move it around pretty effectively as well. So that's a great confident start to begin with, for sure.
If I was the Schmarras, I'd be a little bit hesitant to put a zone on again, because Wyndham seemed to just cruise through that with little issue.
Yeah, I suspect that the Schmarras probably are just going to play a bit of lazy defense and see a zone as a good and
we have a result.
Outlet. Nice. And a contested foul.
Coming back to Williams in the center of the field. Not too many people ahead of him at this point. We'll see where they reset to.
Almost certainly not where they were when they threw it, but that is okay. Williams taps in. So they're going to go with a hold of the zone, maybe a bit of confusion. Potentially the Schmarras trying to break out into match, but can't find it.
Oh, Williams with a lovely inside back end, bit too far out.
Yeah, can't find Taylor there in the corner. Dylan Taylor certainly one to watch this game for Wyndham.
Extremely athletic player.
Yeah, fairly experienced now as well. Been part of the Wyndham campaign for, well, the last 3 years at Outdoor Nationals. We see Mueller send straight away to Sontag.
Mac in the contest.
Oh, fantastic bid there from Nis, but can't hold on. Great pressure there from Mac on the inside shoulder. PM gets it moving straight away.
Mac with the disc, centering to Williams. He loves those break throws.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
It's Taylor. Centers to Riddock. Looking for something, anything. There it is.
And there's the outlet. This is excellent patience and control from Wyndham here. They're getting a little bit stuck now, though, that the transition to match has happened. And there we see turnover.
Fumble by Williams. Mac couldn't quite pull it in.
Yeah, just a little bit too tight, that space to work in for Wyndham.
Extremely high pressure situation there.
Mueller initiates straight to Sontag. Looking for options, finds Varley. Great shot there from Valancourt, looking for Healy now. Healy shoots, looking straight for Mueller. And there it is, Mueller with the reception. Schmarras break early, 2-0.
That was a very well-weighted throw.
Yeah, for
Dropped
sure.
down at exactly the right time. I think the wind has dropped a little bit compared to last game. It doesn't look quite as blustery out there. I'm sure the players are willing to hit a few more tricky shots than we might have seen in the last couple of streamed games, and I think that's one of them.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Wyndham, really. They look like they had the tempo and control at point, had it in the red zone a couple of times, but couldn't convert, and I think this Schmarras team is not the one you want to give chances to. They will maybe take their shots every so often, but they certainly will punish you more often than not with the receivers of the quality of this team. As we see Lockie White here with the disc. Lockie choosing to play in a bucket hat this weekend, a very interesting decision. So they become a very popular part of Ultimate in recent times, and for reasons I can't explain.
Maybe sun protection, maybe?
Yeah, look, it's horrible, but good on him anyway.
Personal choice. We won't be too mean about the bucket hat.
White with the pull. That's a great shot, though. Average hat, but an excellent pull.
Too many wheat bix.
Yeah, at the back. Jeez. That's very impressive, actually. The wind certainly, as you said, Hannah, has calmed down quite a lot. It was going from left to right on your screen for most of today. But yeah, as you've said, this wind is much, much calmer. And yeah, to pull it out the back is yeah, quite impressive. So well done, Lachlan. Well done. Putting the mark on as well. Williams straight away to Lim.
Oh, well read.
That's an excellent grab from Lim, isn't it? Unbelievable from Adro. And the disc is very bent by the look of it. As we see on the replay here again, while we're waiting, Williams with an excellent break side shot to initiate the play. And Well, you'd think Foreman, known for his vertical leap, could get that one, but just misreads, and Lim, an excellent take. Cops a bit of contact on the way through, but he is certainly known for his ability to work well in small spaces. I'm sure he's used to it.
Just trying to find a new disc at the moment.
Yeah, and Lim will keep it here. Be interested to see what Wyndham do now. They certainly have a good opportunity to have maybe discussed a bit of a play or figure out a plan for their end zone offense. You'd love just to see him convert quickly. It's probably not what they wanted, but it's going to play.
And we have a goal.
Yeah, fantastic. Wheatland with a great grab. Excellent read. Maybe not the best option from Lim, but look, it's come off, and that's now 2-1 to the Schmarras. Wyndham on the board.
As nice as having a break is, I would not pick right on the front of the end zone to have a stoppage.
No, absolutely
If I was
not.
Lim, I may have just played with the disc not perfect.
Yeah, for sure. See one more time. This excellent initiating throw from Williams. That's a fantastic break. Lovely wide release. Or Wilson, sorry.
And the box
again,
out.
Yeah, really, really nice from Lim.
He knew the advantage that Foreman had, and he just nullified it.
Yeah. Former teammate, actually, of Bill and Adro on the Goannas of 2018. I'm sure Adro saw many players get leaped over by Bill in his time, so read it well, and we see again that great grab from Wheatland to finish it off. And now we've got Wyndham on defense.
Wilson with the pull.
Be interesting to see if the Schmarras just continue to look to go with an isolation huck straight away. That's been, from what I've seen this weekend, their go-to play. And look, it's been effective. They're undefeated so far.
There are not many players who can match Kyle Weir in the air, and they've taken full advantage of that.
Fantastic pull once again. Conditions definitely favourable going that way. Fisher Day at the back with Tom Boyle. Day not a known handler, so an interesting choice. Boyle definitely known for his impressive and very aggressive throws. Finds Sontag.
Wyndham testing out a zone here.
Yeah, Boyle very casual there. With Day now finding Andrews. Andrews very casual. A fantastic grab from Boyle. That is unbelievable. Had to do a lot of work there. I've certainly, as I said, I've called Fisher not really a handler, and maybe he's shown it a little bit there, but Boyle makes him look great. Now Tommy, a bit of patience. This is a great option, I think, the zone from Wyndham. Making the Schmarras think a little bit more than they probably would like to. Can't just isolate their athletic receivers. We see Sontag now. Great outlet from Matheson. Finds Day. That's a great shot from Day.
And
Kyle Weir does, fantastically to toe it in. And that's a goal for the Schmarras.
They didn't do the huck straight off the reception. I think they were in too tough of a position, or it might have come. But well done by Wyndham to put the pressure on far into that end zone there.
Yeah, I think a good look on defense from Wyndham to play a bit of a containment zone early. The Schmarras are definitely a momentum team. Like, they're the kind of team that if you let them get on a roll, they'll just keep at that level, right? But if you make them play slow, make them play controlled, potentially you're in with a chance just to force a couple of errors, a couple of lazy choices.
They almost got an excellent turn there when Tom Boyle had to lay out.
Exactly right. Yeah, took a very athletic play from Tommy to keep that one up. And, yeah, I'm sure that we'll see Wyndham return to that one again.
Having a little confusion here about the gender. It's been resolved. We're joined by game advisors Lucy Alexander and Mitchell Sutton here today. Able to offer assistance if required. So far not necessary, but always nice to have them around.
Yeah, game advisors will also be monitoring things like offsides on the pull and, providing rules clarification when needed. Excellent pull there again from White. Keeps this one in, and it's right at the back of the end zone.
The wind starting to pick up again a little. Bit blustery.
Bit of a bubble, but holds on. So we've just got a match look here from the Schmarras now. And then pays dividends straight away. Bit of a pressure mark. We see a great shot from Arva to Varley in the end zone. Quick as you like. The Schmarras break again. 4-1.
Craven could be a little disappointed with that. His defense had absolutely no idea that that disc was there, but it was not as perfectly placed as he would have liked, and then getting scored on. It's a tough cookie to swallow.
Yeah, for sure. And then Valley, easy as you like. Little clap catch in the corner. Yeah, certainly a bit of a demoraliser early. They're not the kind of points you love when you're playing against a team that's, you know, quite a quality team, quite a quality opposition. You want to make them work for every point they score, and yeah, giving them one pass goals off a early turnover always hurts.
It is very hard at times to know what the other team's going to do, and it does have a big effect on what you do. And Wyndham just struggling to adjust when the Schmarras didn't come down with a zone that time.
Yeah, for sure. I suspect we'll probably see either a maybe another match set from the Schmarras. Just look at this line. Is that one of that nature? But a great pull from Sontag. He's going to hang for quite a while, give his team plenty of time to get down there. Definitely a bit short, but plenty of time. So we see, once again, yep, the Schmarras coming out on match look.
Taylor with the disc. Hitting Gill, going up the line, Pion. Back to Gill.
Great fakes from Pion there.
To Taylor. Using the full width of the field here. They've got cuts coming everywhere. Mac with a huge grab.
Fantastic grab from Mac. Saves the play. Then shoots.
Williams just can't quite chase it down.
Yeah, can't quite make the play in the corner as well. I think a great choice from Mac, but yeah, just not quite the execution. See, once again, this great save from Mac. Justin, man, unbelievable to keep that one up. Andrews off, Mueller shoots. Great read from Dave there. Finds Sontag. Sontag asking for just a little bit of structure. Hits a reset to Varley. Plenty of space. Varley some of his options. Nice low release flick there from Varley to Valancourt, who cannot hold on. Molly will be filthy with herself on that one. Really prides herself on her catching. And yeah, just will not be happy at all.
P on to Mac. A little bit of confusion in who's cutting here with Wyndham. Seem to have figured it out now.
Nice. Second play.
Got 2 inches above her hand there.
Yeah,
Couldn't
nice.
quite get to it.
Great recovery D there from Nguyen. And away it goes again. Sontag underneath. Taylor coming over the back. Oh, and a little bit of pressure there from Taylor over the backside, and Sontag cannot hold on.
Sometimes just being there is enough.
Absolutely. MacGyver will be happy to hit that one every time. And Erin Healy straight away makes up for a teammate's drop to make the play on defense as Valancourt breaks the mark straight away to Varley. Varley shoots across to Dave Andrews. Andrews fakes, not on. Finds a reset. Across to Mueller. Mueller shoots quickly. And then that one looks like it's going back to, I think, Andrews in this scenario.
A couple of throws ago.
Yeah.
I did see some hand signals that looks like they could have been fouls. Yep, there is a foul signal from the game advisor. It's uncontested. Don't know where it was or who it was on.
You'd think that Varley in the corner again will be on.
Choosing to holster.
Sontag finds Andrews again. And Erin Healy, bit of fancy footwork down the sideline, keeps it in.
They like that spot there, don't they?
Schmarras go in again. That's now 5-1 to the Schmarras.
Wyndham aren't playing bally. They're getting turns. Like, that one there had 2 turns in Wyndham's favour, did it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they had 2 cracks at it.
Yeah, no, they're definitely keeping the disc, but yeah, unable to convert. As we see once again, Varley that low shot, but yeah, Valancourt can't hold on. As we see it just on the field as well, a timeout from Wyndham. Maybe just a chance to collect their thoughts, maybe chat about the fact that they are playing good ultimate. They are getting lots of opportunities. They're doing the right things. They've just got to be a little more clinical when it counts because, as we've said during this game, this Schmarras team is full of representative players. They will punish you if you give them enough chances. Maybe not as clinically as they would have done wearing the green and gold of Australia, but they still have that same quality, that same ability.
two very different timeout chats here. We've got Wyndham circled up, looking like a team. Schmarras, they're just chilling. Taking a drink, having a bit of fun, having a throw. Hopefully Wyndham can come out now, a bit of intensity, lift the game, and get back in it.
Yeah, what do you think they need, Hannah? Like, what's the change, or if you're in this circle right now with Wyndham, what are you saying?
I'd want to be centering the disc a bit more. Their turns mostly come when they try and do a couple of passes on the same sideline, especially this close sideline. The wind is now coming from this close sideline slightly across field, and so any of those outside-in shots are just seeing the wind and going a little bit higher than they want them to, and they're not adjusting at this point. If they play from the middle of the field, not only will it give them both sides, but hopefully the wind won't be as quite detrimental.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're right. I think the key for them is the offensive side. I think there's not many defensive adjustments they need to make to get the disc because they're getting it. I also feel like the Schmarras are the kind of team that may occasionally just give you the disc just on poor decisions or a bit of lazy effort. So really just for them, it's mostly just about making sure that they're clinical, converting, and then they're in with a chance for sure. It's not a great start for them on the scoreboard, but it's a long game, plenty of time to go.
We're in a similar position to the last game between Sassafras and Helix were down a similar score and managed to bring it back to even before just losing. So yeah. Wyndham could bring it back here. It'll be hard. They'll have to really work for it though.
Yeah, still plenty of time.
Looks like we're gonna have a pull from Bill Foreman.
Hands up from Wyndham. We're about to go. You just want to see it go early. Just early passes, get a few in. That's a ripping pull from Foreman, though, as we say that. And an excellent take from Wilson.
Yeah, we need. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, Lim's the one for mine. Get it in Adrian Lim's hands as much as you can, I think. He looks like he really wants it here, though he's a long way deep. Wilson a little posted here, not many options on the dump. Good play, unbelievable. And Foreman makes up for his earlier loss.
Shoots long to Weir. Called in by Craven. Weir says, no, I wasn't. She wants the assist, sends it to Day.
Easy as you like again. Quick conversion from the Schmarras, and they're on the board once again, 6-1. Again, Wyndham, they look good for the first few passes, for sure. They're in the flow. I just feel like someone like Adrian Lim, for example, he needs to be around the disc a little more. He's made a couple of really nice give and goes as we see this unbelievable collection from Wilson there, but yeah, straight to Foreman, unfortunately, on the next pass.
Look, if I was having to choose between throwing a lofty throw or a flat throw to Adrian Lim v. Bill Foreman, I think I'd probably not go for the lofty one.
Yeah, for sure. And
there's probably a foot of height difference there. And while Lim did get one, I'm not sure he's going to pull it off every time.
For sure. There's a huge grab from Kaya Weir. Yep, she's put many players on a poster before, so look for her to do it again for the rest of this game. Recent representative for Australia in the under-24 mixed division, the Blue Bottles. Huge on the world stage. The #1 goal scorer for the Blue Bottles and second in assists. So she's pretty unstoppable when she wants to go. We see White once again. Excellent pull. Just a match look here again from the Schmarras. They've found a bit of a groove, I think, here, forcing some extra passes. Lim some of his options, finds Justin Mack on the sideline.
Mack shooting to Craven.
Craven chasing, and just cannot reel it in.
He didn't know it was coming. He started coming back under, the throw went up, and he had to really chase it down. Managed to get a hand to it, but not enough to keep it in his mitts.
Looks like he got a full piece there as well.
Yep. Hard to catch that trailing edge.
Lil Wall picking up. Finds Mueller straight away in the middle. Mueller to White. Healy off deep. Doesn't come. Rocky White face comes to Varley under. Varley looking to middle. Goes back to White. White trying to find Sontag and does. In a very tight window with Adrian Lim, an expert poach. The shot goes up.
Lim's going to get there. Yes, he
An
does.
excellent D from Lim.
Foul called by Mueller. So there, she's probably saying, yes, you did get the disc, but you still made contact. I don't think he can deny that he made contact. They didn't miss each other.
Yeah, we're going to see it here again. Lim goes up.
Yep. So the rule there, even if you hit the disc, if you couldn't have made the play without making contact, it is a foul. It's up to the players to decide whether it affected or not.
Yeah, for sure. I think what Lim may be saying here is that there's a little bit on that last shot where Mueller's coming up towards the disc, but also sort of at the same angle as Lim. So there may be an argument that she's sort of come into the contest as well, but certainly kind of initiated by Lim, you would think here.
Yes.
Game advisor Mitch Sutton providing his perspective.
Explaining the situation. We've come to an agreement, uncontested.
And I think we'll agree it's probably the right outcome.
Yep.
Disc stays here with Mueller now.
He did get the touch on the disc, couldn't have done it without hitting her.
Yeah, I think well resolved and probably well discussed as well, you'd think, too, using the game advisor effectively.
Doesn't look like there was any hard feelings.
Great. And Mueller finds Varley straight away.
They are very good in that end zone space.
Yeah, and Varley collecting himself a few goals here as well. Maybe to 2 or 3 for Liam Varley now. Yeah, expert play again from the Schmarras. Just, they've been in the red zone 7 times. They come away with 7 goals, so.
Yep. Wyndham there was playing excellent defense. It wasn't until that last second poach where they tried to help each other out instead of just sticking with their player that throw went up. Huge jump.
Yeah, excellent leap. And I think it's pretty impressive as well that Liam, while he's definitely made a foul there, he's made that play for the person who initiated that poach in the first place.
Yep.
So he's come from right near the disc to make that block. A very impressive and athletic play from Adrian Lin there for sure. And I mean, something that he's known for. He's definitely known as an effort player. Just going to put in 100% the whole time he's on the field. So well done from him. And just as we said as well, now the wind's picking back up again. It's certainly been quite calm for most of this game, but now it's quite gusty.
Swirling a little, but coming mostly from the left-hand side of your screen.
Excellent pull from Boyle.
Wilson holding on to it, centering to Taylor. Back to Wilson, back to Taylor. Those two can probably just play with it all day if they choose to.
Unfortunately, just a bit of a sinker hits the turf. Healy off. We find here Dave Andrews with the disc. Finds it back to Boyle. Boyle will be looking for the end zone, surely. Nah, hits Andrews. Now with Valancourt. Valancourt shoots. Big outside flick to Healy. And Healy just cannot hold on. Got a full hand there. Expect her to make that kind of play.
Same situation, Craven in the last point. Trailing edge, over the head.
Yeah, kind of ran herself under that one a little bit. It was always coming back towards her, and she attacked the disc line where it was, but yeah, just couldn't hang on, unfortunately. Wyndham now back on O. Excellent switch there from the Schmarras, and almost punished by Wyndham. You can tell all these Wyndham players, they've got a really well-established connection. A lot of them have been playing for a number of years together. Mostly formed out of an indoor league team, actually. Wyndham have an ultimate league. It's mostly indoors.
Yeah, you might notice that a couple of players, when they catch a goal, they tap the disc on the ground, brought over from indoor.
Huge bid from Foreman.
Wilson sending to Stevens. Stevens with a great read.
Excellent grab there from Stevens. Boxes out Andrews so effectively. Plenty of time now for Stevens. Finds a reset. Now Wilson probably in safe hands. Hits the hammer. And Taylor makes the catch over Andrews. Wyndham have a second one on the board. It's now 7-2. But excellent play from a couple of receivers there over Andrews both times.
Yeah. He's known for his vertical jump. So getting one over him is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't look particularly happy about it, Dave Andrews, either, unfortunately. A little bit disappointed in himself. The teammates, I'm sure, will give him a bit of a ribbing for his efforts. We're under a lot of pressure here, Wyndham on their goal line, but a huge bid from Foreman, but left the shot open.
And Wilson's going to take it. Wilson's going to take it every day.
Yeah, we see Wilson definitely favours that backhand huck, but Foreman gets massive and gives him the shot. And well, Stevens had a lot of work to do here. Dave Andrews a little bit trip up in the feet, but excellent high grab, 2 hands. Andrews peels off, and then a little hammer over the top. Andrews can't get up. Taylor, easy as you like.
Could not have been more perfectly placed.
See the Schmarras back on O now.
Wilson staying on with the pull.
Be very interested to see if Wyndham go back to this zone look again or not. Whether they stick with their match defense. I feel like there's turnovers in both looks. It depends on how you're going to get them. So they're coming out in match. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. Bit of a junk look, bit of a 2-3-2. You see Lim up the front there. And Gill doing a lot of heavy lifting for the team up the front.
It's a smart play. Schmarras have just been putting it long a lot, and this puts 2 men deep in that space, especially 2 of their better, faster men.
Excellent shot up there from Mueller. Finds White. White with the dainty flick to no one. looking for Valancourt, but just couldn't hit it. And that's maybe a bit of an advantage in that zone offense for zone defense for
Maybe
Wyndham.
if White had left his bucket hat on.
Yeah, hats off. Maybe that's the key to his success.
Look, he can't see. He's in the sun.
Yeah, that's just gone straight to the ground. That one, unfortunately, for White. Valancourt, not much he could do there.
Wilson just sends it long straight off the bat. Kerr trying to chase it down. Bit of the sun getting in her eyes.
Yeah, not a bad shot. Just found the wind a little bit and kicked on. Schmarras get another crack at it. Valancourt to pick up. This is, again, it's a smart zone look here from Wyndham. I do like the shape they're holding. Pushing to the sidelines and making a challenging shot over the top again. Fantastic pressure there from Gill.
Yeah, this 2-3-2 almost completely denying the deep space, which the Schmarras have said that they really like attacking. And like you said earlier, really slowing them down.
Yeah, honestly, I think the longer this team spends on offense, the more likely they are just to throw it to no one. So that's probably a little bit of a smart strategy here from Wyndham. That's it. And there we go. Success again.
The low hammer into the wind.
Yeah, Lilwall just...
Probably not a high percentage option.
Lilwall could not find someone, but Wyndham have found Gill and a fantastic inside grab there from Kerr.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Kaya is off here. Mueller does love shooting to her. Will she do it again? No, finds White. White looking at that big hammer, and we see this. What I'm going to call a Lockie White trademark attempted hammer. He flicks his leg up and then tries to hammer it cross field. It is the weirdest technique I have ever seen.
A travel?
No, he pivots.
The other leg.
It's the other leg. It's so weird. I don't know why he does it. It generates no power. But this is the second time I've seen it now, and it's dumb. So Lachlan, stop doing that.
Wilson bringing it in, centering to Matt, giving it back to Wilson.
Oh, quick give and go work from Wyndham.
And a drop there by Kerr. Bit annoyed at herself.
Just unforced errors here, unfortunately, for Wyndham, costing them. Giving the Schmarras too many cracks.
But she gets it back. Well positioned by Kerr.
Yeah, Lilwall asking a little bit too much of White there, unfortunately.
Lim picking up the disc. Getting there slowly.
I think we're going to see Wilson doing a lot of movement here. I think they might like the matchup with Wilson and Lilwall.
Gill to Lim. And it back again.
Fantastic peel off there from Kaya Weir. A well found inside from Gill to Kerr. Oh, Mac, a huge bit on the sideline. Cannot keep it in, unfortunately.
I get the feeling he likes getting on the ground. I've seen him lay out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. He was an athletic-looking young man, that's for sure. So, fantastic effort from him, but cannot, unfortunately, keep it in. Lim looking pretty gassed up there up the front. Great shot there from Mueller. Finds White. Will we see that weird hammer again? Nope. Back to Mueller. Finds Lil Wall. Sontag back to Lil Wall. A little bit of 1-2 movement from Sontag and Lil Wall. Dominated movement.
Not making many ground. Wyndham doing well to keep him here.
Finds
Eventually it
White.
pays off.
It's excellent give-go movement from the Schmarras at the moment. And there it is.
Yeah, Wyndham definitely gassed at the end of that point.
Absolutely. A good effort from them at that point for sure, but I think the Schmarras playing a little bit more technical and clinical in that last foray on offense, and yeah, paying dividends. Excellent movement from Sontag, especially in that ending there. Quick give-and-go movement. White to Healy, and then Sontag finished it off.
I feel like Wyndham was watching the stream and listening to my advice. They definitely seem to be playing more through the middle now, not trying to cram it down the sidelines. They're definitely centering the disc.
Absolutely. And that is half-time, Hannah, 8-2. Yeah, a dominating performance in the first half here from the Schmarras. What can Wyndham do to change it in the second half, do you think?
They just need to keep working hard. Schmarras don't have the legs that Wyndham do. They don't have the subs. And if Wyndham just keeps pushing for every single point, eventually the Schmarras may crumble. But they also just need to put in their goals.
Yeah, completely agree. It's just a bit of finishing off the point really for Wyndham, isn't it? They've had a lot of disc. They're making a lot of well-timed decisions and great effort. But yes, unfortunately, it's that last pass that's hurting them every time. That's half-time for us here in Nelson Bay. We might have a quick break, and we will see you again in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us here at Nelson Bay as part of the Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2. You're watching the quarterfinal between the Schmarras from Sydney / New South Wales and Wyndham from Victoria. The second half about to start off. Schmarras, you can see on the scoreboard there, take a commanding lead, 8-2 into halftime, and just out of halftime now. Hannah, I asked what you thought Wyndham could do to change up the tempo of the Schmarras. If the Schmarras are going to lose from this position, what goes wrong for them?
They need to turf it on the first pass every time. To lose from this position is a really, really hard thing to do. Like, Wyndham will be down. They're emotionally and mentally struggling at this point, purely because of the score. And they know they've got a fight on their hands, which will make it really, really difficult. Shorter pull from Tom Boyle there.
Yeah, Wyndham!
As we're joined on the mic here by Fisher Day. Hello, Fisher. How's it going?
Very well. Thank you very much for having me this afternoon.
You're welcome. For those playing at home, Fisher is one of the players on the Schmarras. Fisher, tell us a little bit about your team.
Look, our team is a bit of a mix, really. It started off with an idea back in 2017, indicated on the front of our jerseys.
Sorry to cut you off, Fisher. That's a huge layout block there from Dave Andrews. Got a piece. He's done enough.
It started way back in 2017. Our club president, Lachlan White, came up with an idea, threw together a couple of people, and in his words, just wants to have a fun weekend.
As we see Boyle shoot a very pretty throw to Kaya Weir, who's in an absolute paddock and doing what she does best, catching into the end zone. Schmarras straight out of half, ticking over.
Yeah, she's been catching a lot of those this weekend. I believe one of the games earlier in the day, she probably caught about 9 of our 15 goals, which was very exciting. One of the favourite targets of Ava Muller, those two having played together a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. During the Blue Bottles campaign, both Ava and Kaya, part of that team, they had a 100% completion rate of Ava throwing goals to Kaya, or any throw to Kaya throughout the tournament, which is an unbelievable stat for two players on one of your predominant O-lines. So certainly, as you said, a favoured target for sure.
Honestly, it does not surprise me. Got around to watching the Bottles play a couple of games while we were in Heidelberg, and it was an incredibly exciting affair. Coached by none other than you, Ashley O'Sullivan.
Oh, assistant coached, but thank you anyway, Fisher. I appreciate it. That is a scary sight for sure. Fisher, tell me a bit about the plan on defense here. What's your team going to coming out here on defense? What do you think they'll be doing?
So our defensive plan has changed over the weekend. We started playing a lot of incredibly junky looking zones. Very, very little structure. Everyone kind of looking to get a block, but at the same time just trying to hold their space as well. It didn't work super well, so we've since transitioned just to some hard match one-way force. And it seems to be generating turns just through, just trying to push the other teams with our athleticism.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Look, it's obviously working pretty well for you so far. So thanks for joining us, Fisher. Really appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Lockie White a bit disappointed with that pull there. Craven shooting it long.
Well defended there by Sontag. He's very tall. Great shot over there to Mueller. Mueller tries to find Foreman, but just can't quite hit it. Foreman blaming the sun a little bit. Maybe he should be blaming his ability to read the disc. Wyndham back on offense now.
Williams picking it up, hitting Craven.
Geez, you'd think when they're in this kind of position, they've got to score now. Like, to have any chance, they've just got to convert these ones every single time.
If they don't, they can't win. It's a fact at this point.
And Mueller gets up to Sky. A huge grab from her. Finds Healy on the swing. Had Foreman going deep, didn't want it. Finds Mueller. No one offering a deep shot, which is unbelievable when the disc has got in Mueller's hands. But she finds one anyway, goes to Sontag. And, well, what a rundown. I thought he was going to have to bid for sure, but he's collected it in easy as.
As that left her hand, I had zero confidence in it. It stayed exactly where she wanted it. That's an impressive throw.
Fantastic grab from Nis. Excellent disc control there from Mueller, and the Schmarras go up one more now, 10-2. We're now joined by another one of the Schmarras players, international guest and lovely-looking young man himself, Nis Sontag. Nis, how are you going?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you enjoying yourself here in Nelson Bay this weekend?
Actually, it's been so fine. We had like huge breaks between the games and kept going home to accommodation and enjoying the beach and stuff. So it does also feel like holiday and not just like a pure frisbee weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, awesome. Are you enjoying playing Ultimate here in Australia?
Yeah, definitely. I especially enjoy the craftiness of the throws because I think in Germany, where I come from, throwing is pretty limited to backhand and flick, which I think is a pity. And I love the hammers, the scoobies, the lefties, the cheeky breaks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, plenty of players on your team more than happy to take those more adventurous options, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think the key to your team's success has been so far this weekend? Obviously, you've come in undefeated so far into this quarterfinal and looking very strong so far. Give us the best thing your team's done and what things you want to work on moving forward.
The best thing we have done is, I think, our attitude and the way we go into games. We don't get everything right, but we are so funny and give us shit all the time. And I think it keeps the team atmosphere so high and everybody enjoys it and has fun, which is, I think, fun is key to our success.
Fantastic. Nis, before you go, give us one little sign-off from you in German, and then we'll bid our farewell and leave you back to your team.
Danke, dass ihr mich in Australien habt. Auf Wiedersehen.
Fantastic, and just in time for Aaron Healy to make a great grab. A fantastic shot at the top into the end zone, and the Schmarras go on again. Schmarras just keep charging on. Thanks to both Fisher and Nis for joining us in the booth. It's always nice to have a bit of player insight during the game.
Yeah, Nis saying that he liked the cheeky throws that they do. Not sure what he thinks of Lockie White's hammer earlier.
Oh, we really should ask him about it, maybe after the game. I don't think anyone on the Schmarras team would have liked that throw. But, yeah, Wyndham once again just giving the disc up a little too cheaply, but they're trying to do the right things. And, I mean, fair play to them. Like, obviously, the Schmarras are a very tough opposition to come up against. And especially at the end of a long day, this is probably the last kind of team you want to play. But, yeah, there's still a bit of time left in this game, and you just hope that you're going to be able to collect their thoughts and pull it together and maybe just feel good about the end of the game, you know? It's always very important.
Yeah, it would be nice to get a few more on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said earlier, it's a very tough mental spot to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a lot of experienced campaigners on their team for sure. Simon Talbot, who's on their line at the moment on offense. Very experienced coach, captain, player of various Ultimate teams throughout the Melbourne area mostly. I'm sure he'll be able to keep his team's, positivity all around the group. We see a huge pull from Foreman.
That's the third brick in a row from the Schmarras.
Yeah,
they've tried out 3 different pullers and have had little success for a while now.
Yeah, not the best outcome for sure. This might be hearing through the mic feed a little bit of classic inside team band from the Schmarras that no one gets. Love that from them. So you see the Schmarras just coming out again in like a very simple match look. Talbot here walking it up.
Taking his time.
This Talbot versus Lilwall matchup, the one to watch this point for sure.
Wilson looking long, shoots it. Williams underneath.
Oh, get up. Oh.
Bill Foreman jumping early.
Yeah, dragged him under the disc a little bit.
Not a bad look from Wyndham. I like that one.
Absolutely. I think you guys got to take your chances a little bit, don't you?
If it comes off, it's a goal.
For sure. See a pick call on the field. Excellent under movement there from Kaya Weir. Had a fair bit of space, but pick's probably costed the disc there, I reckon. Schmarras looking like they're playing some sort of weird triangle formation on offense. I think we're probably known as a very unclean stack. I think they're just going to back their throwers to hit a little tight window and hope for the best.
Interesting matchup in the deep space. We've got Jack Lilwall and Simon Talbot back there. Not sure either of them are known for their deep cuts and their deep defense, but as long as they're on each other.
And Foreman has attempted what may be considered the worst round we've seen on stream all weekend. Ava Mueller letting him know very quickly.
He can't believe it.
That is atrocious, ladies and gentlemen.
He's trying to laugh it off, but it's just to hide his tears.
I think that one we're going to mention tonight for sure as we see it on replay again. That is just horrendous from Foreman.
Yep.
Not his best work. Multiple time Australian representative. Look, honestly, ladies and gentlemen at home, even the best make mistakes sometimes, and that is one of the worst ones you'll see.
Talbot taking his time again.
Talbot straight away shoots. Oh, very impressive bid from Williams, but cannot collect. Talbot will probably want that one back if he had his time over. And we see that Foreman's been, oh, well, they've shot it to Foreman straight away. It's been put up under the bus. Talbot over the top, has a crack. Can't make the play, and Foreman shoots to, I think, Lilwall, but we are making the play. A huge effort, but just cannot get a hand there.
You can see a lot of grins on faces here. They're trying to have fun because they know that that's the way that they win, as Nils told us earlier.
You can see that Wilson there had very effectively boxed Lilwall out, but Kaya Weir came around the back shoulder and just couldn't quite make the play.
We've lost our Simon Talbot, Jack Lilwall matchup. They've had to swap players.
Oh, I think the Simon Talbot Bill Foreman matchup is the one we want to see, though.
Nice, Nancy. Great coverage.
Bill will poach for sure.
Great coverage, Nancy.
And huge hand block on the mark from Weir. Gets going straight away. Lockie White asking for a bit of structure, not getting it. Lilwall streaks inside and makes the play. What a grab from Lilwall, and the Schmarras love it.
Wilson can't believe it.
Absolutely love it. He's turned on the gas for the first time in 3 or 4 years, Jack Lilwall, and what a play. What a grab. Well, took him a little bit longer than what has been going on for the rest of the game, but the Schmarras go in again. We see that inside shot from White. Great two-handed grab from Lilwall. Wilson was closing tight. If the throw was half a metre either side, I think Wilson gets it, but pinpoint from White. You love to see it.
Please, Jack.
As we're joined in the booth once again by Schmarras player Ava Mueller. Hello, Ava.
Hello.
How's your weekend going?
Pretty good.
Having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
What's your favourite part so far?
Hello. Okay. Hi. Probably the beach and just playing with a bunch of good friends.
Yeah, huge thanks to Port Stephens Council
Yes.
giving us this excellent location.
Great pull there from Boyle as it goes up. Now, Ava, tell us about your team's success so far this weekend. Obviously, you've had a lot of dominant performances.
We have.
Are you looking to go for the title, do you think?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, our performances have been very half game-sided. Like we've had, our first halves have always been rather close, and then second half we pick it up and,
Are you planning on doing anything to fix that going into the top four based on the result of this game so far?
Yeah, we're going to arrive to the fields earlier.
Yep. Do a little bit of a warm-up?
Yeah, hopefully. A bit of throwing,
Yep.
I love it. Look, Ava, obviously 2 games tomorrow.
Yep.
Saturday nights at Nationals are always known for their parties and having a bit of fun,
Yeah.
And I do personally see that as one of those things that the Schmarras may struggle with. We see Kaya Weir put up a huge shot to Aaron Healy. Liam tries to make the play but can't. But we'll come back to you in a sec.
Yep.
Healy now finds David Andrews. Andrews on the doorstep. Bit of patience, finds Boyle. Boyle straight to Weir.
Easy.
She's a great player, that's for sure. I mean, we talked about your connection with Kaya earlier.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow morning could be a battle for the Schmarras. I think we all know that.
Could be. The last 2 mornings have been as well.
What do you think that your team will have to do tomorrow morning to get it together in what looks like you'll be in a semi-final?
Barocas and a lot of cold water before we fall asleep, hopefully.
Yep.
I think
Nutrition, never a bad option.
If we sleep,
Yeah, I think those are great tips for sure.
Yeah.
Look, for all the teams out there that may be crossing over to the Schmarras, I'm not sure of your opponent tomorrow morning, but I would recommend if they're at the party, maybe find a couple extra drinks out of your wallet for the Schmarras, because
I
anything
agree.
you can do to stop them, you're going to need it, I think, because they look like a dominant force so far.
That's a fantastic idea.
And also, they're all uni students, and I can tell you that they would love you to buy them drinks.
Hey,
so,
Paul, do you go to uni? There's a few duds.
look, I mean, actually a few people that work on your team as well, so
Yeah, that's true.
maybe they can be buying the drinks. But look, Ava, we'll leave you back. We'll leave you with your team. But
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
good luck for the rest of the game, and good luck tomorrow by the looks of it.
Thank you.
Nice. We're back at the action now. Wyndham,
Taking some funny options here.
bit of a sky ball. Oh, Valancourt makes the play. A great effort at the back in the deep. Finds White straight away. Schmarras are off once again with, look, that is horrendous from Lockie White to find Sontag. Lil Wall now taking control. Shoots inside to the contest. Healy boxing. Oh, and a great defensive play there from Gill. A fantastic effort. Kept Healy away from the disc and couldn't make the play.
I think on defense, the Wyndham women are really putting in the effort. They're all working super hard, and it's paying off. They're getting touches on plastic.
Let's see. Replay quickly here again of that, what will be a fantastic defensive read there from Molly Valancourt. We see a bit of an interesting strategy here from the Schmarras. 4 males in the wall. They've all just thrown up the hands really high. See what happens.
I've only seen this sort of strategy in Wellington, where it's 100-kilometre-an-hour winds. See if it pays off for them here.
Look, I like the audacity of Wilson to still take on the scuba over the top of the big wall. That's excellent work there from Taylor.
Wyndham moving the disc calmly. Doesn't seem to be any real pressure. Oh, building now, though.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a spot here now, Wyndham, you find. Oh, great saving play from Mack. He's been doing it all game. Does it again. Sontag leaves his feet as well. They're all doing it now. Geez, plenty of space on that break side and just cannot find it. White shoots straight for Day. Day, one of the fastest players in Australian Ultimate, makes the play, collects it in. An extra and throw from White. Great cut from Fisher Day. Schmarras go in once more, 14-2.
Yep, match point. I think at this point, it's near impossible for Wyndham to pull it back, but they can still put points on the board here. It's not over. They're starting on offense, and they just need to keep the frisbee.
Yeah, we said it earlier. We just really feel like Wyndham, you just want to finish a game positively. Maybe the pressure cooker of this one's gone out a little bit, but you're still at Nationals. You still want to finish every game strong, and I think that, you know, you always want to try and hold your last offense, if it is, will likely be their last offensive point of the game. Never want to finish on a break. So Wyndham fans at home, for all you watching, back your team in. I think they're in this one. I suspect we'll probably see a bit of a strange defensive look, whether it's a poachy match defense or a similar kind of weird zone from the Schmarras, but, you know, we're all hoping for a Wyndham goal here. We see Liam Varley here with the pull-up win. This is not getting to halfway. Oh, I've sold him up. It's got to least to the brick mark. Good on you, Liam. Great effort.
Just reaching the brick. Talbot picking it up.
Great face from Talbot. Finds Lim. Lim looking to shoot. Not on.
Sneaky D there from Mueller.
Yeah, she's got long arms, Ava, for sure. Great inside shot from Mueller. Finds Varley. Varley to Tom Boyle. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Boyle toes the line in a creative grab, but a fantastic grab all the same. And that's our quarterfinal. 15-2 to the Schmarras. A dominant performance, for sure.
I think Wyndham will be disappointed with that result. They could have put more points on the board, but they all ran their hearts out. And I think they had a good time.
Yeah, I think I was saying earlier in the game, it's always really hard at the end of the day. Your last game, important game, and you're playing against the team. The quality of the Schmarras, like, it is hard to maintain that positive all throughout. But I think Wyndham can hold their heads high. They put in a really great effort in that first half, and early in the second half especially. The scoreline blows out a little bit towards the end, but I don't think reflects the effort that Wyndham put in throughout the game. So a fantastic performance from them, and yeah, another dominant performance from the Schmarras, who we will no doubt see tomorrow in the semi and potentially, and hopefully for their sake, in the final. That'll do us here from Nelson Bay this afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on the YouTube stream. My name is Ashley. I've been joined here again by Hannah. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning live from Nelson Bay for the semi-finals of Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 2 at 9 a.m. We'll see you then. Thanks a lot.
Alti.tv. You feeling